Hello, welcome back to another weekend vlog. If you're new here, I'm Anna. This is where I talk about the books that I read. I just got home. It's Friday night. I went to work today, obviously, and then I had a lovely coffee with my friend Chelsea at our favorite coffee spot to celebrate her birthday. And then I did some shopping. So I thought I would show you what I got. First of all, I got this red scrunchie. It just caught my eye. I'm obsessed with red. You can really entice me and make me spend some money with this color or because of this color. And then I got some candles. I got this dark red one for the living room. It's kind of textured. And then I just got some simple standard candles. I don't know if you can tell, but I got two pink ones, dusty pink ones, I would say. I got four red ones to put on the living room table as our Advent candles. And then I just got some green ones for just random candle holders that I have. I will show you. Give me a second. So we have dusty pink, classic red, and then these green ones. Is it green? Yeah, it's sage green, I would say. So those are the candles that I got. And then I also got some stuff for work because it's our Christmas party on Sunday. And I got some lovely decorations just for the table. These are stars and bows and Christmas crackers. I got some napkins. Again, these have stars on them. And then I got this garland, which is just silver fringe. I don't know. One of the candles was about to jump the ship. I also got this bag because it's my boss's birthday, or it was my boss's birthday, and we got him a few little presents so we can put them in here. That's it. That's all I got. I did get something for my colleague, but I know that he watches these videos. So, Max, if you're watching, I'm not showing you a Christmas present, but I got you a little something. So, the plan is to order some food and watch the new Taylor Swift documentary. I believe there are 2 episodes out on Disney Plus, so I will be watching those. I'm in a very conflicted relationship with her at the moment, so let's see. But I am very curious to watch all the behind the scenes stuff on the Eras tour because I went to the Eras tour and I was always wondering, how does she do it? How does she go home after this? How does she decompress? How do the logistics work and so forth? So I am interested in watching this documentary and getting some answers. But first of all, I need to change and get comfy, take off my makeup, all the good stuff. And then it's finally time to start the weekend. Even though I finished work early today, but still, I'm in desperate need of a weekend. Well, I am working Sunday, but that's okay. That's the Christmas party with our volunteers, which is always very lovely. So that's fine. But yeah, happy weekend, happy Friday night. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Good morning, happy Saturday. I just woke up, as you can probably tell. I did manage to make a coffee though. and it's a super gloomy day outside today. And what's even more gloomy is that I feel like I might have caught a cold, which I'm still in denial. And I'm still trying to see if it's actually a cold because I haven't had a cold this fall or this winter yet. And usually I get sick at least twice during this season. And I'm so proud of myself for not getting sick. So I'm sending all good thoughts out into the universe that it's not a cold actually, and that I'm just a bit exhausted and need a good weekend. But let's see. The main thing is that I started having a headache yesterday morning at the office and it didn't go away and it's still there. It isn't as severe as last night, for example, but I can still feel it. And that's not a good sign, but let's just stay positive. I really don't want to be sick right now, but I can already see myself being sick on Christmas because that's what usually happens when all the stress and all the responsibilities fade away. That's when I get sick. I wanted to talk to you about reading. Shocker, I know. My plan for today is to read the book for our book club because we have our book club meeting on Tuesday. Today's Saturday, and I still haven't read the book, which is fine because it's a very small one. We are reading Claire Keegan's Small Things Like These. So that's the plan for today. Read this book. I was planning on going to the gym this morning, but I don't think my body is ready to go to the gym, so I'll just rest instead and just stay in bed and read this. How many pages are there? Okay, it's 114 pages. Yeah, I can probably read that today. This afternoon, I'm going to the cinema to watch Sentimental Value. I forgot the director's name. I think it's Trier, but not Lars von Trier, obviously. Anyway, he also made Worst Person in the World, which I still haven't watched. I have to because I think that would be the perfect film for me, but maybe I can watch it after watching Sentimental Value. If I like it, then I know, okay, I should watch the other film. And I also want to continue my crochet project, which I'm very into at the moment because I finally figured out what my mistakes were and why it wasn't working. But now it is working, and in typical Aries fashion, I am now very passionate about this. But let me get started on this book that I've heard so many good things about, and I'm very excited to finally read it. And I think it's the perfect timing because I think it takes place around Christmas or even on Christmas, during the weeks leading up to Christmas. And it takes place in the 80s in an Irish town, and it's about Bill, who's a coal and timber merchant, and he goes around and makes his deliveries, and he feels the past rising up to meet him and encounters the complicit silences of a small community controlled by the church. So this was actually my suggestion for the book club because I always wanted to read it and I always wanted to read it during December. And there's a film coming out with Cillian Murphy, and I would love to watch the film eventually. So I wanted to read the book beforehand. And also, I've never read anything by Claire Keegan, and I know that she's very popular, and a lot of people that I follow in the book world love her. So I'm excited to finally meet her. All right, I will dive into this book, spend some time in Ireland, and talk to you later. I have to leave in 10 minutes, so I'm just quickly switching out my bags. I am bringing some tea to the cinema. This is just sage tea with some honey, because I do feel under the weather quite a bit. Have to bring my glasses because otherwise I can't see anything on the screen. And I am bringing Claire Keegan to read on the bus. I am 37 pages in, so that's all I read this morning. And so far, I love it. It's so quiet yet really loud, I feel like. And the atmosphere just immediately drew me in. And the main character, I already feel so connected to him and everything he's thinking about and all of his worries that he is going over in his head over and over again. I'm very intrigued. So can't wait to continue reading this on the bus. So I will finish my coffee, I will pack my bag, and then I have to run out the door. And later, I will definitely pick up some more cold supplies and probably have a nice bath tonight to try and fight this off. So I can hopefully go to my Christmas party tomorrow. But let's see. Good morning. It's still dark outside. I have to leave for work soon. But I wanted to wrap up the video because I haven't spoken to you in 2 days, I believe. I first of all wanted to tell you about the film that I saw, Sentimental Value. It was so good. If you have the chance to see this, definitely go see it. It's also a very good movie to watch at the cinema, I would say, because the aesthetics are just. I didn't necessarily connect to it emotionally, I have to say, even though the story very much speaks to me. But for some reason, there was a sort of disconnect between me and the characters. But in terms of cinematography and structure of the film, structure of the narrative, I have to say it was fantastic. Such a good film. Now I have to watch the other film by this director because I'm quite intrigued. Also, I finished my book. I finished Small Things Like These. I always want to say all these little things. Anyway, no, I finished this Claire Keegan book. Tonight is our book club meeting. I finished this on Sunday night. Today's Tuesday. And I have to say, I loved it. I loved it so much. I can see myself rereading this every December. I don't want to spoil anything, but I really loved the ending. It's an open ending. I don't necessarily love open endings all the time because I feel like there was a time, especially in contemporary fiction, where every book that I read had an open ending, and I was just begging for some author to finally finish a story with a proper conclusion. But in this case, I have to say it fit perfectly. This book had me quite emotional. I cried at some point, and I wasn't expecting that because it's not written in a very emotional way. It's very matter of fact, and we follow the main character's thoughts that are dealing with quite heavy topics, but are never fully written out. He is reflecting on his life, but it's almost as if he's somewhat in this brain foggy kind of state of mind, and that's why we never really know to what extent he is thinking about things. I hope this makes sense. It feels like he's scratching the surface of his thoughts, but he's never really encompassing a whole emotion. I love that because I think that's such a good depiction of trauma and how oftentimes we distance ourselves from very negative experiences that we had. Not even necessarily trauma, but just bad things that happened to us. So I think Claire Keegan does a great job at portraying this. Also, of course, the historical setting is very interesting to me. And also, I'm very excited to see this on screen because I'm interested to see how this very small story manifests into a full feature film. Yeah, that's it from me. I have to go to work. It's my final work week of the year. I'm so excited. I have a lot of stuff to do still, but it's the last week. I booked myself a nail appointment during my lunch break today, which definitely helps. And then I have book club tonight, which is nice. So I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for being here. Let me know if you read Claire Keegan. Do you recommend any other books by her? I'm definitely interested in her catalog. And I will see you in the next video. Please make sure to subscribe and also like the video if you liked it. And then we'll see each other soon. Bye bye.